One lens, one camera, one location. Good morning. We are in the avocado orchards, avocado plantation, avocado trees, avocado. It is January 2026. We're in the woods. And I got Fuji X-T3, 35mm f2. It's a 50mm equivalent and probably the worst lens you can buy. I say that not because the lens itself is any bad. It's actually quite sharp, lightweight, tiny form factor. Look at this. But it has caused me not to get the 35 1.4, and that lens is legendary. People love it. Without further ado, let's take some photos, shall we? Such a beautiful morning. Tangent. Cars used to be pretty. Now they all look like plastic buckets you buy in those one-time stores, you know, Khat Pami stores. They say fashion is cyclical. Maybe we'll see good-looking cars again. The essence to this series is to try to get me out of my comfort zone and get me using lenses that I bought 5 years ago and pretty much haven't used since, in the hopes that you, the lovely viewer, might find it interesting. If you find it interesting, click like, share, and subscribe, and all that good jazz. That is the only thing that is standing between me and YouTube victory. It's so beautiful here, and the light touches the trees and the morning dew. Wow, look at that.
So let me just jump in here with some stats, pros and cons, and maybe some more photos I've taken with this lens over the years. So the basics. This lens gives you a 53mm full frame equivalent field of view. It's got a 43mm filter thread with a minimum focus distance of 35 centimeters. Comes in at a tiny 170 grams and has this clicky, sticky, clicky aperture ring. So pros, I mean, as I just said, it's tiny. It's got great autofocus, and the weather sealing on this feels airtight. So other than that, basically the only con with this lens is that it is not a 1.4. I mean, really. That f2 is slow for low light, and it produces pretty mediocre bokeh. I mean, the bokeh is okay, but come on, it's not crazy. And it feels a lot less magical, you know. So everything about this little guy is great. It's just not a 1.4. And that's a little slow and a little boring. If you want this lens to photograph your family, a vacation, sunset, or a pet, this lens will over-deliver. But if you're an aspiring photographer, I would say kick up the extra money. Like if I could go back to myself when I was buying this, I would say, come on, man. If you're gonna go into photography, get the good lens. Like, this lens is for hobbyists, I would say. For people who really enjoy photography, but they don't really want to spend the money on getting like pro grade. And with Fuji stuff, you can go and work with these lenses.
Such a beautiful morning. Thank you for being with me. Hope you enjoyed photos, the atmosphere, nature. We're still in the avocados. I think I'm gonna find me some breakfast. So you're not supposed to pick them off the trees. This one was on the floor. And actually, in the middle of winter, there might be a problem picking those as well, because it might have been knocked down by strong winds, and now they're gonna be harvested. This one specifically is very, very soft, and you know, it's not gonna go anywhere. But the trash. Some good fruit. That is a great little morning pick-me-up. Fantastic. Yeah, that's the sound we are all too familiar with here on the kibbutz. I can hear that all the way to my house.
I see that he's pretty much done with photography for that morning. Let me just add a couple more images like right here. So this is a one lens, one camera, one location. So let's talk about the camera as well. The Fuji X-T3 has been with me for about 5 years now and has proven to be fantastic. I mean, it's a 9 out of 10 type camera in my opinion, because the image quality is far beyond what it costs. The colors are probably the best you could hope for when starting photography and have very little knowledge about it. The handling and menus are also intuitive and fast. It doesn't overheat, jam, or anything of the sort. Its worst crime really is not having IBIS. Big deal, I know. But Fuji zoom lenses have some of the best optical image stabilization around. I've been taking photos with the 70-300, just using the image stabilization on the lens. I could get pretty low in shutter speed. The battery proved to be insufficient and soon after replaced by the XT4's superior batteries, which I owned for 2 years and have loved. Saying that, I mean, they're okay. Listen, I've never had a shoot day where I was really bummed out. You change your battery once or twice, it's not that big of a deal. Other than that, it's just a fantastic camera and you could pick it up for next to nothing these days. You know, I have a ball with it. Just throw it around. One of the best pieces of equipment I think I've ever bought. So till next time, thank you very much for being with me and coming to my little channel. And I know I'm sorry I have to bug you with all this YouTube stuff of subscribing and liking and sharing and all that kind of stuff. I just want to say from my heart, it really means a lot to all of you that comment and like and subscribe and share. It helps my channel grow. It tells me that you're into what I'm doing. And it's just, yeah, just honestly, I really appreciate your support. And tell me if you like this concept of one lens, one camera, one location. Like, I'll do more stuff like this. It's very fun.